All right, guys, we're doing another vehicle review, and today we have an interesting one. We have the armored train from the Battle of the Sinai Desert, which was a mock series I did about a year or two ago, and this is 1 out of 4 cars. So the train that I built for the Battle of Sinai Desert, it was a Battlefield 1 inspired mock, and I needed an armored train, and the main reason for that, the map in Battlefield 1, the Sinai Desert, has a very famous armored train that you can have, and I think you can capture points with it. You can shoot enemies out of it, and you can actually drive it and move it around on the rails. So I wanted to make sure I had this for that mock, and you guys loved it. And this is all 100% an original design from my buddy Elliot, or Lego Guy 830. He built this from scratch in LDD, which is Lego Digital Designer. It's a Lego modeling software. You can still download it, and he built it in it was a crazy amount of time. I think it was like less than a week or so. He designed it. Then I had to come up and buy all the parts, which was not cheap. I want to say this thing all in all was I mean, it was hundreds of dollars for sure, and of course I paid him for the design as well, a very nice price. So we're going to be doing this in a couple of different parts. So this is going to be part 1, where we're going to be reviewing the front main engine. Then we have the second car, and then the third and fourth car are the same. So there's going to be 3 parts to this. We're probably going to do alternate. So next week will be another like a tank review or something, and then the following week will be another one of these car reviews. But let's talk about this freaking awesome model. This thing is so sweet. I'm so happy how it turned out, and let's just start with it. So you can see the front here. It's pretty much all black. There's a couple parts that aren't. For example, this piece here, this flick fire missile, I painted that gold. And then, for example, this is a barrel piece. I don't know if Lego makes that in black. I'm pretty sure they do. This one was reddish brown. I didn't have time to order a black one, so I just gave it a quick spray paint. Same with this piece here. This was blue. You can kind of see the blue in there. I know Lego makes black ones of those, but once again, I was in a time crunch at the time for making this for the Battle of Sinai Desert. So those are spray painted. You can't even tell. We've got the lights on the front. We've got the main. This is just I believe it's a 4x4 dish piece. And then we've got, these are some train pieces here. Most of the wheels are like the old school train assemblies. I just realized I'm gonna dump all that out on accident. So let's go over that real quick. So in the back here, I put a bunch of 1x1 cylinders in dark gray to represent coal. They really should be black, but I figured there's so much black already, I wanted to add a little bit more contrast, so I went ahead and used these in dark gray. So those might fall out if I flip it over again, but basically all these wheels here are kind of the generic Lego train wheels. Those are actually pretty pricey on Bricklink. So I would suggest, if you guys want to make one of these, try to stray away from those if you can. There's a couple ways you can get wheels that made up with the Lego train track pieces and not have to buy those. I would recommend doing that if you can. And yes, this does roll on the train tracks very nicely. If you guys didn't see that on the Sinai Desert video, make sure you check that out. Just YouTube search, Google search, Clone Trooper X39 Sinai Desert Finale, and you can see the finale video. But yeah, so moving on from the front, the side, it's basically symmetrical down the whole length of it, so I'm only going to really show you one side. But we've got these bars or these flex tubings there to add detail. This whole thing, Elliot was able to get a very cylindrical design for the engine, which is awesome. And he did that by using a lot of these curved slopes. These are 2x4 curved slopes, I think at like a 33-degree angle or something, Lego calls it. And then the top, we're using a lot of cheese slopes. Once again, some more of those curved pieces there. Lots of detailing for smokestacks and whatnot, where the steam would come out. A little detail right there, and some tiles on the side. That could be kind of the armor plating there. You can see that. Once again, I can just flip it around just to show you guys the other side. It's pretty much the same thing. And moving back over here, this is where the operator would actually drive, or I don't want to say pilot, but drive. I don't think that hinge is open, so I'm not going to try. But there actually is some detail in there. I don't know if you can see. There are some little levers in there just for some detail, and then there's actually right there, that's a hinge door where you could actually shovel the coal and the fuel into the main, I don't know what they call this in like train terminology, like the main engine, I guess. So that's where the operator or the, I know normally they have a driver, like an engineer, and then they have like another guy that's doing the brunt work of doing the coal. So I don't know the terminology. I'm not really that well versed in trains, but that's kind of what I think it is. And then you can see once again, very nice dome using some of these 1x1s. These are not 1x1s, 1x3s, sloping that over. And like the cabin just looks really good. It's really sitting down low. There's just a little bit of viewing, but that's mainly because this is kind of a modified train for the war, and obviously you don't want a whole lot of open areas, obviously, for shrapnel or bullets. Those could hurt the operator, so it's kind of a little bit more dense back there, but it looks really good. This is really long. I think it might look better if we shortened it, but I honestly like it this long, and it might not be as accurate, but I think Elliot nailed it on the length for this thing. And I mean, for a figure scale, I mean, this is a little bit big, but it's almost perfect scale-wise. Then obviously this guy could fit in there if he needed to. Moving on to the back. So this is all one car, right? So this is the kind of where the coal would be stored. Normally they would have this, and then I think they would have a separate car directly behind this one. They would have just a bunch of it that would feed into this little hopper, more or less. And so like I said, we have a bunch of 1x1s in there. 1x1 cylinder bricks just to give it some effect. Then this is all, sorry if it's a little bit dusty, it's been on a shelf for a while, but this is just some dark gray accents to go around that. Once again, you have the like the bumpers. These are, once again, very pricey. I think some of these wheel pieces and whatnot like were $2 and $4 a piece, and then you have like 4 cars times 4, you know, it gets pricey quick. I mean, you're spending $70 to $100 just on wheels and these bumper pieces for this whole train, and it's kind of crazy because Lego doesn't make a whole lot of train stuff anymore, and that kind of drives the price up. But same wheels and whatnot in the back as in the front, and like I said, it's pretty much a symmetrical model. Once again, there's another look at that armor plating, but I think this vehicle turned out great. I'm curious, I had mentioned this in the Battle of Sinai Desert, if you guys wanted me to make this a kit. It is doable. For sure, it would be just a pain in the butt, to be honest with you guys, but it is doable. I thought about selling this one. I don't know if I will, simply because it's such an original creation. You know, Elliot designed it, I built it, used it in a really popular mock that you guys loved, based off Battlefield 1, and I love that game. I haven't played it as much as I should, but I still think it's a great game when it came out. Still holds up today. And like I said, I might sell this one off. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt anyone would be able to pay the amount that I would sell this for. But like I said, if you guys would be interested in this as a kit, you know, I'll do the other reviews of the other cars, and that would all come in one kit. But I mean, we're talking easily 500 to 600. Maybe not. Honestly, there's a lot of pieces, but it might be able to be simplified. But at least $500, I'm thinking, for like 4 cars. That's a pretty good deal. So that's basically like $125, $150 for just this. And I don't know if you guys are interested in that. That's a very high price tag, but I'm just throwing that out there. Some of you hardcore collectors might be interested. If you were really, really interested in that price point, doesn't scare you off, you could email me and we might be able to come up with something to do there. But other than that, I don't think this will become a kit anytime soon. You know, I'd rather focus on the smaller kits like the tanks, the Jeeps, the armored cars, stuff like that that you guys can actually afford. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what else to talk about. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to be doing the reviews on the other couple cars. So this is part 1 of 3. Part 2 will probably come out not next week, but the following week, so I'll alternate like I said. And I'm really excited to show you guys the second car is probably my favorite, next to this one here. But I'm really excited, so I can't wait to show you guys that. One thing I do want to mention is, if you guys are still watching this, the military Jeeps are on the website. I'll put a link in the description for those. These have been available. There's only like 10 left, so definitely get these. They're only $30, and they're going pretty quick. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about that restock. those are finally back in stock on the website. Same with the armored cars, those are in stock as well. Those are $55. Other than that, guys, check out some more videos. I'm posting daily now, so I'll put some videos on screen here and here, and then subscribe by clicking that circle icon right there. Totally free, makes me look better, gives me a higher subscriber count, and you guys don't miss another video. So other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.